Hey everybody, this is Daryl with Motivation Through Recovery. And remember, we're talking about the 5 manipulation tactics of your addictive loved one. The 5 manipulation tactics of your addicted loved one. And there are five, and we've been covering this, going through this with series. I've been gone for a couple of weeks, so we haven't had a chance to finish this up. So we're finally going to get to the point of finishing this up now. So if you remember how we've gone through 1 through 5, is that the first one is the emotional manipulation, where somebody gets you to feel sorry for them so you can do something for them so you can do all the heavy lifting without them doing anything. The second one is gaslighting and manipulation, where they try to convince you of something that you knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that you saw it was wrong and it was them, but yet they were able to talk themselves out of it, that it wasn't them, and have you second guessing about whether or not you saw them or not. Then the third one, of course, is the distraction manipulation, where they throw a distraction at you to get you off subject or get you off the very thing you're talking about when it comes to their addiction, and get you focused on something else. So all of a sudden, we have now not even covering their issue anymore. Then the fourth one, of course, is pestering, where they wear you down, where they keep asking and asking and asking until you finally say enough's enough. Here's $20, or here's my car keys. You can go on and do whatever you heck you want to do because you just want to get them off your back. Okay, and then of course we know that never works. And then the last one we're going to talk about, which we're talking about today, is just called the blackmail manipulation. The blackmail manipulation. So what is the blackmail manipulation? Well, this is the manipulation where an addict will go into a mode of trying to get you to do something, and if you don't do it, it's your fault. If you don't do it, it's your fault. I remember it was a number of years ago. We had a young man in a treatment center who had been at 37 years old, been to 16 different treatments. 16 different treatments. And he was in number 17. He never completed any of the other 16. He always left after being there for a couple of weeks. He said it wasn't for him, and he took off and he gave all kinds of excuses. Well, in number 17, it was no different. A couple of weeks go by. He decided, hey, this is for me. I don't like this place. The staff sucks. My counselor sucks. The food sucks. I mean, he followed every kind of excuse in the book to leave. Well, staff and all their wisdom tried to talk him out of it, tried to get him to see the bigger picture and the reason why he was there, but he was not giving in. So he decided to dig his heels in and said, "No, I'm ready to go." So he went to pack up his clothes, and then once he got everything packed up and ready to go, he made his phone calls. He asked for a phone. He made a couple of phone calls. Everybody he talked to that day, Al said, "No, we're not coming to pick you up. We're not coming to get you." They all hung the phone on his face and just told him no. Well, he always knew he had an ace in a hole. So what he did is he called, at 37 years of age, calls dear old mom. And when he called dear old mom, he gets on the phone with her and tells her the whole deal about how he feels and how this isn't for him, how the food sucks, the counselor sucks, the staff here sucks, nobody cares about him. This is not the place for him to be. She's trying to talk him out of it. She's trying to tell him, hey, listen, you got to finish this thing. You've done this before in other treatment centers. You've got to be the one that puts the heavy lifting in. Well, he finally got to a point that he said, you know what? If you don't come get me right now, I'm going to kill myself. And he hung up the phone. And when he hung up the phone, he looked at the staff that was there with a grin on his face and said, she'll be here in 20 minutes. Well, she was not there in 20 minutes. She was there in 15 minutes. She was there in 15 minutes. As she's there with tears in her eyes in the front lobby, as he's bringing all his stuff up, loading it up in her car, she just feels just, once again, he was defeated. Once again, he made the decision not to finish, not to do what he needed to do to get the help he needed. Once again, he quit. They went ahead and jumped in her car, and as they were driving down the street, you saw them arguing all the way down the street. We later found out that when he got home, he pestered her, which is one of our manipulation tactics. He pestered her into letting her give him her car keys because he wanted to see some sober friends. Well, he was gone for about 2.5 weeks, and when he came back, when they finally caught up with him, he had now had a DWI case, and he did damage to her car in the process. Whoa. Listen, the manipulation tactic when you're talking about blackmail, if you don't do this, I'll do that. They are trying to get you convinced it's going to be your fault if they go out there and do something like that. But you know what? You have to be in a position where you say to yourself, "No, I'm not going to give in. I'm not going to give in to your demands. I'm not going to do what you said I should do. But instead, what I'm going to do is say that this is what you want to do. This is on you, not on me, because you control your life." That's one thing about addicts. Addicts always say that it's somebody else's fault why they are the way they are. Well, the truth of the matter is they are the way they are because they choose to be the way they are. And that makes all the difference in the world. Drop a comment below and let us know exactly maybe you had the blackmail manipulation tactic done to you, or you actually did it to somebody else back in the day. And of course, as always, like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Share it with somebody who can use this information and would be very helpful and beneficial to them in the process. My name is Daryl, and I am with Motivation to Recovery. And remember, you are somebody, and you do matter.